When duty calls, there are many in the military deployed to far-off places, risking their lives for the freedom of others. But fighting a battle of their own, of fear, worry, and loneliness, are the families left behind. Naperville News 17's Janelle Maglaya shares the story of one local family.
It was 2006 when Donna Perchatsch found herself saying goodbye to both her husband and her son, who were both being deployed for 15 months to different locations in Iraq.
I didn't really tell many people, so no one really knew. It's the little things, getting someone to help me shovel the sidewalk. Parent-teacher conferences were always a challenge, running from one school to another. It was a challenge to do it by myself.
Starting a new job and taking care of her two other sons wasn't easy, and oftentimes she found herself thinking of the worst.
I recall one day in the hospital, I was with a patient in their room, and a news report came on about some soldiers killed. And they said, pending notification of next kin, that no names were released. And, without knowing, I always kept thinking the rest of the day, I hope it's not my son, I hope it's not my husband. And I used to live, every time I'd see a strange car out the front here, I used to wonder, oh gosh, I hope it's not someone coming to notify me of something. Especially if it was like a dark sedan. That's how the military, they drive in the dark sedans.
Although there were many rough days, others reminded her that things were going to be okay. Those days were when she would hear the voice of her loved ones.
My husband was given a cell phone, and I had a way to contact him in an emergency. I never called him, but he used it to call home occasionally. My son, I heard from maybe 3 or 4 times a year.
Counselor at Affiliates in Counseling, John Sorsey, notes the importance of finding consistency with the lack of communication.
It challenged it, doesn't it? And, it's hard enough to have communication when you are together. So when you are out of the house, it just is more of a strain. So the dynamic is, I don't get to see that person every day. I have to get to talk to that person every day. So what can I do to kind of maintain some type of homeostasis, some type of consistency?
Knowing that the communication between her husband and son were minimal, Donna knew she had to fill her time with something constant to get her through the long days without them by her side.
What helped me out in 2007 was finding an organization that's locally based, Operation Support Our Troops America, and I found out about them and joined and went to volunteer. And my husband and son were the beneficiary of the boxes. They love them.
To this day, she still fills boxes to show her support to other families that are going through what she experienced.
I really felt absence makes the heart grow fonder. We missed each other so much. It's the little things in life, that you come to appreciate. I think when you're in that zone, I think when they came home, they appreciated being home more.
For an in-depth look at the lives of other families who are left behind while their loved ones are deployed, tune into Naperville News Extra. I'm Janelle Maglaya for Naperville News 17.
If you would like to lend a helping hand to military families, Operation Support Our Troops is always in need of volunteers. You can check out OSOTAmerica.org.